But you can actually, it's on a flat face, so you can often see that, although there are some other primates that have that. All right, questions? Doing okay? Lot here, but not terribly difficult. I mean, I know it's new, so it's always more of a challenge. Okay, all right, now we move to the so-called great apes. These all are going to have what feature on the skull? Primate that has, okay, an large cranium, but what else? What other features? A post-orbital plate. They are all going to have the post-orbital plate. All right, so you're down here, you're looking at a skull. You see it's clearly a primate, got this big, fat, bulbous, brainy skull. Has a post-orbital plate here. All right, I've got three choices. One is cebity, another is cercopithecity, the third choice is hominidy. You can separate all three of those using two characters. Character number one is to look for what?
The ring around the external auditory meatus.
Look at the external auditory meatus, and there should be just a ring of bone in which one?
Cebidae.
Cebidae, right. So the New World monkeys have a bony ring around the external auditory meatus. It drops out, boom. Okay, you've got cebus. You're done. You go home. Okay. All right. What's the contrasting condition? What do the other two have?
It's lateral extending.
They have a lateral bony extension of the external auditory meatus. If you haven't seen that, do take a minute and take a look today. So what we're talking about is we don't have that just a ring of bone. We have a bony tube for this external auditory meatus in the cercopithecidae. But so do the hominids. Okay, the hominids. You have that same thing. So now we've got to separate these two. How are you going to do it?
The premolars angular posteriorly.
The lower first premolar is angled backwards. Okay, in the New World monkeys and in the hominids, it is not. Here's the obvious example. They're not always this obvious, but so this is a baboon skull. This is the tooth we're talking about. See how that goes back? And it's quite exposed. Okay, that plus the bony extension of the external auditory meatus tells you it is a cercopithecidae and not a hominid. Hominids, I keep saying hominid. I'm speaking funny this morning. The hominids don't have this, just like you don't, have this angled first lower premolar. All right?
You know what the function is of that?
I knew you were going to ask it. I don't. I don't know. And it's not that it's not a bad question. I just don't know. All right. Don't do that. Better me than you, though, right? Okay. Now I will tell you that sometimes that feature of the first lower premolar is not as pronounced as it is in the baboon. So you're going to have to look sometimes. And there's a secondary character I'm going to give you if you're not sure whether that first lower premolar is angled or not. And that is to count the number of cheek teeth. In the